Am I a Rockette? Do I look like a Rockette?
I mean, I think we gotta get you some soldier cheeks.
This is heavy, man. Like on your head. You guys are dancing with this?
I'm kicking it backstage with the one and only Radio City Rockettes, but maybe not slaying their iconic look quite as well.
Right on your cheekbones, right there.
Perfect.
Is this the American dream?
There we go. Yes.
It's holiday season number 90 for the world-famous dance troupe. And they're taking us inside their legendary New York City show, the Christmas Spectacular. We're at the iconic Radio City Music Hall. It's holiday season, and we're about to link up with the legendary Rockettes. They've invited us behind the scenes, so let's go check it out.
There's nothing like New York at Christmas. That just portrays it so well.
This year's show features classical musical numbers like the Parade of the Wooden Soldiers, a staple since the show's inception. And a high-tech number, Dance of the Frost Fairies, with drones whirling and twirling overhead. The show has come a long way since the original 16 Rockettes in the early 1930s. Now with a line of 36 dancers, or 72 legs. Really silly question. Do you guys like kicking? Like, does it hurt?
Yeah, I mean, it's something you get used to, you know, once it's in your body, but it's definitely hard. I know the first time I did that kick line, I was like, okay, like, I'm a Rockette.
The Rockettes perform that famous high kick nearly 200 times per show, up to 4 shows per day. But if you thought those high kicks were nerve-wracking, it's nothing compared to waiting for the casting call after auditions.
Thank you. When I picked up the phone, I knew right then and there it was the moment. Right as I ended the phone call, I screamed my lungs out. And we were just jumping up and down because it felt like all the hard work was paying off.
Breaking on count 7.
Hard work paying off, but more work just beginning, as they take one of the most elaborate holiday gigs on earth. What's one thing that the audience members don't see when they're sitting in the crowd?
One thing that they don't know, I mean, there's choreography on stage, but there's definitely choreography backstage as well.
Between the numbers, the Rockettes change costumes, shoes, hats, and race back on stage just in the nick of time.
We are in one of our quick change booths that we use during the Christmas Spectacular. So when we change our costumes in between dances during the show, we come right in here.
Our fastest change is 78 seconds, and that's from our Parade of the Wooden Soldiers dance into our New York at Christmas, which is what we're wearing today.
We've actually started the last couple of years practicing the change, especially with the new Rockettes that are in line, before we even get to the stage.
Julie Branham has been with the show for more than 3 decades, and now she's the choreographer. How much of this year's choreography is you trying to preserve the traditions of the Rockettes, and how much of it is you adding some new flavor?
There's a little bit of both. Wooden Soldiers I don't touch because I think it's brilliant in the way it's choreographed. But there are other things, if I think I can do better, I'll change the choreography, but I want to make sure that the Rockettes are keeping up with the times and pushing the envelope.
But over the years, critics have faulted the Rockettes organization for a lack of diversity among their ranks. This is an institution that has historically been predominantly white. What are you guys doing to better reflect what the United States looks like and what the world looks like?
Well, our conservatory program and dancer development is all part of this.
The Rockettes Conservatory is a dancer development program that they have begun to bridge the gap between the dancers of tomorrow and the dancers that they want on the line to represent who we are as New York City. It's not going to be, boom, one day we're just going to see the line be completely represented like we want. It takes work, it takes thoughts, it takes actions, and I think they're doing that. Has the conservatory changed the game in terms of making being a Rockette accessible?
I sure hope so. It is cost-free to the attendees, so we bring dancers in, airplane, house them, food, all the things. Give them shoes if they need them. Our shoes are painted to your skin colors. For a lot of them, it's the first time they've had shoes that match their skin tone, so it's really, I think, a great thing.
Culturally and traditionally, no, I didn't see myself represented fully. And I also had the dream and the goal and the drive to be on the line myself so then I could open the doors for little girls like me with big curly hair and who come from a Hispanic family.
After performing in more than 100 shows, Valeria says the curtain coming up on that opening number still never gets old.
It's exhilarating. You feel the energy from the Radio City stage, this iconic piece of fabric that is part of New York City.
My favorite number is probably Reindeer or Sleigh Ride that opens the show. And I think it's just because of the feel of the curtain opening up. It's all the feels, and that's the first time that they get to see us kick, which is awesome.
After all this talk of kicking, there was no way that we're going to let me leave Radio City without giving it a try.
1, kick 2, step 3, kick 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's Christmas time again.
Hi everyone, George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.